Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/Tales from Retail. And today we have 3 more great stories about crazy people. But before we start, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Do you know who I am? I put people in jail. I've sank the last 3 years of my life into the rental car business, literally doing everything from a management point of view, without all the fun benefits, which also includes dealing with the crazies who expect us to know every little detail about their life. At this airport, the rental counters are located directly in front of the baggage carousel, so people can just get their bags, get their car, and be on their merry way. Our counter has 2 lines, one for normal customers and one for our club members. Some customers are more priority than others with different tiers within said priority. Then we have the top of the food chain, holier-than-thou, exclusive corporate customers. Typically, they require at least an 8-hour lead time to ensure we can provide not only the right car for them, but also have upgrade options available to suit their needs. It's 10 p.m. and the last flight for the night has just released. Several customers are in line, and I'm processing them as fast as I can. It's late, everybody's tired, so instead of the usual in-depth process to try and make a sale, I'm going bare bones. Coverage? No. Bigger car? No. Cool. Here's your Toyota Yaris. Have a good trip. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, this guy in a suit pushes his way to the front of the line. Suit. I'm here for my car. Why isn't there anybody to greet me? Me. I'm sorry, sir. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a rental. Do you have a reservation? Suit. My office called it in already. I'm supposed to have a luxury car waiting for me when I get off the plane. I know how this process works. Now do your job and find my car. I'm flabbergasted. The line of roughly 5 customers has gone quiet, all looking at this guy. Me. First, sir, please calm down. Second, when did your company make the reservation? Suit. They made it when I got on the plane. I'm a high rental level customer, damn it. I shouldn't have to wait for this. The customer I'm talking to at this point slowly shifted off to the side, giving me a look of, get this nut job out of here. I'll happily wait. So I look up the reservation and see that we have one of the exclusive reservations that was booked literally 20 minutes before this started. Great. Me. Well, sir, it appears there was some confusion with the reservation process and it was just sent across, but if you give me just a moment, I'll be happy to process this and send you on your way. How about damn time? Well, a few quick keystrokes later, and this pompous jerk in a suit has a rental. Chrysler 300. Low mileage, new vehicle, luxury car. I point him towards where the car is. You can clearly see it through the glass emergency doors at the end of the terminal. He takes his key and leaves in a huff. 15 minutes later, suit from by the exit door approaching the counter. Where the hell is this car? Suit proceeds to throw the keys onto the counter. Suit. I've been out there for a half hour trying to find this damn car. You're supposed to walk me out to it and clearly point it out to me. Me. Well, sir, as I stated when I handed you the key, it's out the exit door and to your right. Also, as I also pointed out, if you look right through those emergency doors, you can see the car. It's right there on the side of the building. This is bullcrap. He snatched his key back up and stomped off. At this point, I have 1 customer left, and some of the other rental counters have come around and we're all talking about the guy. 5 minutes later, a key thrown at my counter, just missing my monitor. I'm not taking this piece of crap car. I'm exclusive club. Give me the Mercedes sitting outside. Me. I'm sorry, sir. I can't do that. Suit. What do you mean you can't do that? I'm not driving this effing car around town. You're going to give me that Mercedes or I'll have your butt. Me. Let me understand. You're refusing to drive the vehicle that I have available for you, correct? It's about time you effing understood. Excellent. I start typing at my station. At this point, somebody from one of the other rental counters is called security, who's casually standing back to see what happens. All right, sir, you're all set. Have a good evening. Finally, where's my key? Oh, no, sir, you don't seem to understand. I went ahead and canceled your rental for you. What the hell do you mean you canceled my rental? Well, sir, if you would have allowed me to explain, I cannot give you that Mercedes because it isn't our car. It's another rental company's. It's clearly labeled as theirs, parked in their spot, everything. Second, I don't care what level of customer you are. You're not going to walk into my place of business and speak to me the way you are. Finally, I provided you with a car with a 20-minute lead time, which is clearly against the terms and service of the club program, yet you refuse to take said vehicle. Therefore, I'll be terminating your reservation contract." At this point, the guy is steaming. "Are you kidding me? You're going to give me my car or else? Do you know who I am? I'm a district attorney. I put people in jail. I'll put you in jail." Finally, at this point, security comes over and escorts this ranting lunatic away. I promptly close down shop, lock up the keys, and get the hell out of there. Lesson: when a district attorney wants something, do everything imaginable to give it to him, or he'll put you in jail for something. And our second story. Customer threatened to punch my employee in the face. This only happened a couple hours ago, but for a little context first, I work in an electronics store as an assistant manager where you can sell us your old tech for cash. CW is crazy woman, colleague is colleague, me is me. So this tale started yesterday. I get a woman calling up asking for a quote about a PS4 that she's got. She tells me it's a 1 terabyte and she has extra controllers and games. I quoted her console and spare controller, but not the games as we were busy and we had a few. Now we have a handy tool on our website that can offer you a quote for these things, and that's what I tell her. CW: "Why can't you just do it though?" I explained again that we're busy, and she wrote down my quotes, then hung up. No mention that she was happy with them or coming in, nothing. So roll on to 10 minutes before close, and she comes in with everything to trade in. Now we take half hours to test consoles as we have to make sure everything works fine and follow a checklist. I explain this to her, and she flips out. "All you have to do is plug it in and turn it on." No. Unfortunately, ma'am, we can't trade it in for you tonight, but I can trade in your games for you. Cue her calling someone at home and yelling over the phone about how we won't take it tonight. She traded in her games that night and grumbled and complained and said she'd be back the next day. And she was. My colleague gave her a new price since her console memory was not in fact for a 1 terabyte, but for a 500 gigabyte, so she's getting less money. Preface: my colleague can handle herself extremely well, so I tend to only step in when I feel it's necessary. Cue her yelling at my colleague for false advertising and giving her the wrong price despite the fact that she didn't give that quote and I did. She knew that too and was yelling at her, "But you were in the store." I step in after I've watched my colleague try to defuse the situation and calm the customer down before my colleague starts packing up everything back in the box and shakes her head to me, signaling that she's not taking the console. The customer's on the phone again, yelling at whoever's on the other end, and keeps yelling at my colleague before hanging up and saying that she's not happy, but she will sell her console for the new quote. Colleague: "I'm sorry, but after the way you spoke to me, I'm not trading in your console." The woman flips, like she's yelling about how she needs the money to pay her bills and we're awful and all that jazz. I've already stepped in and I'm telling her she can't talk to my staff that way, and then this happens. CW, directed at my colleague, says, "Just wait till I see you outside. I'll come for you." Me: "Get the hell out of my store. We're not buying your console. You can sell it elsewhere." And she left after yelling a little more and us threatening to call security. I keep waiting on that phone call about being complained about from customer services, but I don't regret it one bit. I saw red, and I want my staff to know that I have their backs. You don't threaten someone who has no control over prices. Still a bit scared to tell my manager about it, though. Throwing her out was the right thing to do. And our next story: crazy attempted theft. So I work at a beauty supply store and we sell hair extensions. We sell anything from synthetic blended hair starting at around $20 to premium human hair up to $180. This lady comes running in dressed to the nines with a gigantic Coach or Michael Kors purse. I forget, I don't care, it was expensive. And yes, this is relevant. Anyway, she comes in and yells to us that she wants name brand specific, color specific length extensions, which are the $180 ones, and is in a hurry. This in itself isn't suspicious as we have plenty of repeat buyers that know exactly what they need. What I didn't like was that the car she got out of was running right outside the door still, and she's the passenger. Now we know extensions are a high theft item and my coworker was new, so I was a bit concerned about this, but she knew what was up too. I got the extensions for her and set them on the floor, not the counter, below the coworker who stayed on the register. Customer says, "Nope, never mind. I want cheaper brand instead in X color." Me. Sure thing. So I take the premium ones, lock them back up, grab the cheaper ones, and bring them down to the register and put them directly into coworkers' hands. Customer inspected the hair closely and says to hold on, opens the door, and screams to the driver to hold on because she's not done. Turns back to us and says, never mind, I want to see first expensive brand again, as well as the first brand different color. I go unlock them, lock up the cheap ones, and tell her we can only let her physically hold one at a time. I hold on to one and put the other one in the coworker's hands and stood right by the customer. She throws her arms up and says, oh, never mind, I gotta go, and runs out. Car takes off really fast. I knew she was trying to get my coworker to leave them unattended and grab more for her, but we both knew better. The real kicker, though, was what I failed to notice about her purse. Me to coworker. Wow, that was really sketchy. You handled that well. Yeah, I mean, that purse still had the security tag on it, so when you work long enough in a business, you learn all the sketchy tricks. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.